And right back in time here at Georgetown as the Hoyas and the Panthers are underway. Opening face-off eventually gathered in by Mudlaff, and Tomanovic almost takes it away. We'll get you starters eventually in this one, folks. But Earl, again, the Hoyas in the gray, the Panthers in the black with the purple lids, and Georgetown, he's in the starting lineup, one to get Tomanovic's time on the wings. Got to find that ground ball guy, and Willie T's been one lately for the Hoyas.
He was super aggressive in last week's game, probably the most aggressive I've seen in his career here at Georgetown. Great game. Dordovic
finds the range, and the Hoyas finally with a good start. We've seen it so many times this year, Earl. They've gotten off to the slow start. Right now they put the first one on the board.
He gets that little split dodge up top. Jeremy goes to his left hand, shoots that ball off stick side, I believe, if we get a chance to see it. But good start for the Hoyas here.
Yeah, Dordovic on the season. That's his 17th goal. And it was one of the things as we see the replay here, Kevin Warren saying he wanted Dordovic to know what good shots were for Georgetown. That one.
His tack during the time in North Carolina, some hybrid, but he knows where to be, as an attackman. You know where to be on the field, especially on an EMO situation.
Minicus, and he will beat Green. Hoyas off to a red-hot start. They lead it 3-0 with 11:25 still to go here in the first quarter.
Nothing fancy about that, Jerry. That's just a speed dodge, we call that, from Hicks. You couldn't ask for a better start today for the Hoyas. They came out a little bit flat last week, but let's give Richmond credit last week. They came out on fire. They were one of the grittiest teams I've seen so far this year. Look, this is nothing fancy, Jeremy. That's just pure speed. Late slide, or really no slide, he kind of showed. But interesting to see the long pole matchups here.
Good movement. Dordovic gets open for a second. That is wide of the cage. And it looked like it changed direction.
Yeah, I think the goalie got a piece. Yeah, they reset the shot clock. We're back to 60.
I thought my eyes were deceiving me there, Earl, as it definitely caught something in front. Shot and a goal. Second of the game for Minicus. Hoyas have a 4-0 lead, and Highpoint going to take a timeout. We will score.
But Jeremy, he'd be upset with you if you called him just a faux go, because he is. He's just he's a great athlete to begin with. Great all-around midi. Here's Krogan.
Here's the freshman Krogan, as Earl said. In front, shot, and what a pass, what a catch, and what a goal. That's a hat trick for Minicus. Hoyas up 5-0.
I tell you, he comes on the field, Krogan, and he creates chaos right away. He's quick, makes a great little dodge, but what a feed. He draws. He's going to draw the slide here, too. Minicus makes a great cut. That slide to Minicus is slow in coming. Brian's able to catch the ball with his hands free, get off a great into a new offensive system coming from Carolina.
Pass in front, shot, that's wide, picked up by Haley, tries to feed it back in, can't, but the rebound ends up with Kelly, his second of the day. Hoyas now up 6-0.
One thing the Hoyas are doing really well, Jeremy, they're shooting on cage. They're putting their shots on cage. They're not getting pretty, not going for corners, putting their shots on cage. Here we got another look at that. Great inside look, right there with the rebound. Comes out to Kelly, he finishes.
Keep it, get to safety. Tries to put one on GLE, but it's knocked away, and Green ends up with it.
We're going to have to
grit and hustle personified, showed it right there.
Yeah, great play by Rizzo too, Jeremy. He's back in the hole basically. There you go.
There it is. Highpoint finally on the board. What a feed as Rizzo finds Maye, who puts it away. After they help keep it in bounds, they get rewarded, and finally Highpoint on the board. Georgetown 6-1.
Yeah, give Rizzo credit, total credit for that, Jeremy. He saved that ball at the midfield line. He was already starting to get back on the hole defensively, but he was there. Great feed inside.
1 for 4 on faceoffs the last time out in that win over Robert Morris. 16-14 win for the Panthers. Close one there. But you're right. Hoban is the primary faceoff guy, as he won 20 last week, took 29. He's the guy they go with.
He's had a pretty solid year. We see number 9, Hunter Vines, out there. Number 9, he's number 20, right?
Yep.
Correct. Jeremy and I had the pleasure of watching Hunter play in a high school games a few years back, and now a grad student. Great look.
feed there, Maye, as he finds Van Overbeck on GLE right next to the goal. B. Scharfenberger, and Highpoint's got some life. Now Georgetown up 4.
Yeah, we'll get a look here. He just kind of left him wide open here. He's at GLE, kind of sneaks behind Jeremy. Yeah. Just a little mistake there by the Hoyas defense, not, keeping it.
Under 20. Here goes Minikis. He shoots, and he scores as he beats Green again. Minikis with a 4-pack. Hoyas up 7-2 with 11 seconds to go in the first.
Let's see if we have a chance to look at this. But, he's been dodging. He's a lefty, primarily a lefty. He's been dodging to his left hand. That time he gives a little stutter fake and goes strong to his right. Right here, little stutter, shows the left, Jeremy. And now shot. You know what? He shot it to the 1-by-1, we call it, Jeremy. That's the only place that goalie couldn't have saved it. And Minikis is such an actor.
Gilton gets it away from trouble. 3 minutes gone in our second quarter. Georgetown up 5, 7-2. Hoyas jumped out to a 6-0 start. Pass in front. Traffic and a goal. Somehow that one gets through. Was not the hardest of shots, but almost a change-up find its way to the back of the net. I believe that was Maye.
Yeah, Hoyas got caught with some of their offensive middies on the defensive end.
Bundy will move it along. Now Haley. Out to the top. Dermott. On Mudlaff. To the front. Shot and a goal.
Guess who?
That's 5 for Brian Minikis off the feed from Haley. Hoyas 5 again, 8-3.
We'll get a good look at this in a moment, Jeremy. I think that's just a simple explanation there. I think the defenseman turned his head. Don't turn your head on Brian Minikis today. He's get in his pocket and stay there. Know where he is at all times. Take a quick look. Yeah, he slides into this little seam right here. Defense, too much room, and it's a short stick right there.
Because everyone knows Patriot a little bit below the Big East, especially the top level of the Big East.
Sure.
But said this guy is going to be really good for you, and darned if he hasn't been engaged like today. In front, shot, goal, a feed, and Ray puts it away. Hoyas up 9-3.
That's a great little look there. In traffic, Jeremy. We were talking last week about feeding the crease from out front, but we make a good drive right there. In traffic, turn, catches, shoots all in one motion.
One of the things that's been missing from the Hoya offense this year, the guy who can kind of quote-unquote go over the middle, and seeing it today, guys who can catch and shoot in traffic. Ray does it right there. Nice feed coming from Carroll. An old Maryland guy, Gary Williams, would always say, look, I like to press the first 5 minutes to make sure my guys are in it.
Sure.
You almost feel like today, Kevin Warren has said, as that's going to be another goal. This time McDermott getting into the act. Hoyas up 10-3.
Unfortunately for Coach Torpy, his description to us, his analysis of Georgetown, they have so many weapons. And you're seeing that right there. McDermott, see if we see on a replay, McDermott had a short stick matchup, I believe, and as we know, hands are free, down the alley, no slide, or the slide that did come came way too late. Great finish.
Now, teaching Highpoint a lesson, up 10-3, under 7 minutes to go in the half. Solomon, nothing open, so he'll bring it back out as Brenfleck close to him. Bundy not there. He'll keep it going along. Open look. Ray's going to shoot it. Ray will score. Second of the game for the freshman. Hoyas up 11-3.
You like to see that from your young guys, Jeremy. Total slide right there by Highpoint. Leaving Jordan just wide open with that step down from 10 yards. Look at this. There's nobody near him, Jeremy. He's calling for the ball. Takes about a 3/4 sidearm, goes 5-hole. They're not backing down on their schedule, Jeremy. They got UNC, they've played Duke, you got Georgetown, you got an up and coming Navy team, and plus the A-10 is tough this year. It's a tough conference.
Shot, and that's another goal on the doorstep. McDermott, he scores. Hoyas up 12-3. Right now Hoyas are kind of slicing and dicing like they haven't all year long, and it's got to feel good almost to get right game for Kevin Ward's bunch.
We talked before about assisted goals, Jeremy. He has a great drive down the alley. Looks across crease. That pass can't get through, Jeremy, but somehow it does. That's an easy finish for McDermott. Maryland going from an offensive midi to a defensive midi and being a stud. And that's just what Dylan is this year.
Here's Dordovic. Back behind the cage, still 35 seconds of the timer. Point blank, and there's Hess for the goal. Another one on the board. Hoyas now up 10.
Georgetown goal.
Great ball movement by the Hoyas. They're really playing unselfish, Jeremy. And if you watch off ball, they're moving, they're picking, repicking inside in the crease. This is something that might be the best offensive day I've seen us. Just offensively. Watch the replay. Look at the movement up top from the middies. Right here, finding the open man. That was set up because of the cuts of those two top middies. Came right down, Hess comes right, you're down by 10.
Bundy over top of the cage, rocket blast, but wide and high. And now 10 seconds on the timer. Krogan tries to make a move. In front, finds the cutter. Minikis will bounce it in. That's 6 on the day for Brian Minikis. Hoyas up 14-3.
I think was that TJ Haley on the assist there too. I think we'll get a better look in a moment.
I'll tell you what though, we talked about this before, that Haley was the guy who kind of needed guys that would be comfortable receiving his great passes, and that's what we've seen today, and puts in great position, and Minikis able to beat the goal. Double. Here he comes. Can the Hoyas get back? And thrown away. And the Hoyas pick it up. Donaldson will go the other way with it.
Jeremy, you just saw great defensive sliding right there by the Hoyas. They went for the double. The first slide was there. The second slide. Oh, Will.
Long pole goal by Will Tomjanovich. Willie T hustling. Hoyas put another one on the board. That's 15-3.
I'm going to shout out to Scott and Catherine, mom and dad right there. I know they're excited. Great shot right there by Will. And that point I was making right there, Jeremy, the Hoyas are just doing so many special things today, and they're doing them well.
Again, Georgetown, we first Tomjanovich, then Bowen. Hoyas rolling on the hilltop.
Who needs midfielders?
Long poles aplenty.
Again, an assisted goal too, Jeremy. That makes him happy. As a goalie, that's the last thing you want to see. That 6-foot pole by a 6'3" monster.
And I tell
I'm
you what,
not sure if it was meant for him.
It's got to be good chemistry where you're attacking.
Proud of James, tough guy.
Donaldson has been a key part of this Hoya team for a long time.
Here comes the double. You see where the slide comes from again. Great recovery.
Here's Lamb. Moves it along. Point blank in front, and there's a goal. Maye. And at the feed from Rizzo, and Highpoint answers back. Gets a little bit of positive momentum with the goal as they add another onto their total.
Maya's been a bright spot for Highpoint today. Snuck in there, found a little crease. The Hoyas were on that double team, so they're scrambling a little bit to get back and recover.
You're right. Maya's got a hat trick, also assisted on the other Highpoint.
On offense again. Hoyas moving off ball.
Pass in front, doesn't reach its target, and gobbled up by Overend. Transition here for Highpoint. Gilton shoots, and he scores. Another long pole goal, this time for Highpoint. Panthers on the board now, 16-5 Georgetown.
Highpoint goal.
That was kind of a touche right there by Highpoint, saying, hey, our poles can score also.
First point of the season for Gilton, the junior defenseman out of Rancho Santa Fe, California. Put that one away. Said he can win when they brought in the D3 Player of the Year, Kevin Rogers, and helped get them over the top. Came on and made a trip to the tournament where they lost to Duke in the first round, but that shot is in for a goal as Maye puts it away and cuts into that Georgetown lead. Now a 10-goal lead. Georgetown 16, Highpoint 6.
Drops his stick down, goes low to high right there, Jeremy. That's just a great shot. Let's see if we see it again, but Maye having a good day.
And Maye, his 4th goal of the game.
See a little pick come. He comes off the pick that was set inside. Great shot. I'm really impressed with him, Jeremy. I know we talked about him before the game. I believe he's the 2nd leading scorer maybe on the team. I think he's maybe the 1st leading scorer after today.
Yeah, Maye came in with 21 goals, 29 points. So he was behind Vanover Beck in points, but he was leading the way in goals. Shot, and there's Bundy. Answers right back. First of the day for Graham Bundy, excuse me. And the Hoyas back on the board now, 17-6.
Well, that's one that Graham needed. Has he been 0 for today? Was that his number 1 today? Yeah.
First goal of the game for Bundy.
Here we go. Slide's coming, but it's a little late.
Don't give him time and space. He will make you pay. Graham Bundy.
You were filming and coaching at the same time.
No, we actually had a film person. The guy I coached for was pretty good setup that way. He knew how to run a program, kind of like the guy to my left.
There you go.
Here's Haley with it.
Again, in their zone. And you're going to try to find seams again, Jeremy. You're going to try to go to maybe a 1-4-1 offense.
Shot by Bundy, and he beats Overend. Another one on the board for the Hoyas. They're now up 18-6.
Yeah, the one thing you're going to expose yourself to when you do run a zone is the outside shots, because when the ball goes behind, your defense is going to sag in a little bit, and the way the Hoyas can spin it, you see right here, see the defense is sagged in a little bit, rotate it back up front, slides there, but no really aggression.
Been a while since they've scored this many.
I suspect we'll see some changes here, probably a goalie change I would suspect for the 4th quarter.
Shot, and that's a goal as Lamb puts it away. Inches Highpoint a little closer to the Hoyas. Still down 18-7.
Yeah, I probably put the jinx on Michael right there, right?
Jackson Lamb, a guy who scored 138 goals at the high school level. Had 4 last year. That's his 8th of the season. And he's another guy out of Gainesville, Florida, and that's that John Tuvins, Mr. Bracketology and lacrosse. He was this was a few weeks ago, leaning toward the Big East maybe being a 1-bid league. But you never know. Get some good teams, get some good wins, and kind of move yourself up that pecking order, and that's a goal as Kelly puts one away. He's got a hat trick on the day. Hoyas add on to the lead.
Yeah, again, packed back in their zone. Give Jacob Kelly time and room to take that shot. And coach, he's decided to just keep running the zone maybe for the entirety of the day. You see the lane right here open up for him. Steps down. That's a pretty far out shot, to be honest. That's about a 12-yarder. Play that. Don't try to, be a superstar today. Just do what you do in practice.
Shot and a goal. That's another one on the board for Jacob Kelly. He's got 4 on the day. Hoyas have hit the 20 mark, now up 20-7.
Oh, he's dangerous from that area, Jeremy. He drops that left hand down. Let's see if we get a chance to see it again. It's just a great shot by Kelly.
Kelly with 4 on the day. Minikis with 6. So 2 of the transfers having big days for the Hoyas against Highpoint.
Yeah, he was on the crease, had a little 2-man game up front.
Little pain losing to Penn or Notre Dame, especially Notre Dame this year, the way they've been playing. But again, that 0-3 was a tough to look at. But give the Hoyas credit. They got up off their backs and have got the job done the last 3 games and finally have a breather today as a shot, and that's a goal. Solomon finds the back of the net. Hoyas with 21 on the board. Big day for Georgetown.
See, interesting. Will they give?
This is Waldman. Loses it for a second.
Yeah, he got held, I believe, see the officials.
Yep, that's what they'll call. So Waldman has that turnover erased. The sophomore out of Westfield, New Jersey. Cesar out there now.
For Georgetown, number 49.
There's Lucas Dudemain. Shot wide of the cage by Cesar.
I've been interested to see Dudemain get in. He's a Canadian, I believe, Jeremy, I think. He's wearing the number 88. I've been interested to see him get a chance to play.
Out of Toronto, Ontario. Shot, and that's a goal.
Guess who?
You were looking for him. He showed you something right there. Earl Hoyas again on the board, now 22-7.
You know, I mean, not that it's a talent chip too, so, but we're going to give them their due, right, Jeremy? We're going to make sure we get a call and maybe where they're from.
That's right.
If Mom and Dad are listening, we want to, I know it'll thrill them to hear their son's name.
And that's a goal, and finally on the board today is Jack Vanover back after such a great week. Actually, his second goal of the day, and already has 2 assists. So Vanover back had a good game today, but not the type that he had last week. As he was amazing, won the A10 offensive player of the week, as we see a nice goal there, Earl. But
really, just turn around. Yeah, it was. I mean, you know, he just
the part that always kind of interests me is when you get your backups in the game and then the box coach has to make sure they're all subbing in at the right time. It's easy to do it with the starters.
Yeah.
Easier, I should say. But the backups, you know, a little bit of a tougher ask. That was the old coaching move, and especially in football where you end up getting somebody hurt. You tell the kid, look, you need to stay down because we need time to figure out who the subs are right now. There's a shot, and there's a goal. Highpoint again on the board as they cut into the deficit a little bit more. It's going to be Kaysen Dillon. Of course, Massachusetts, Hobart up in New York, St. Bonaventure up that way too, and of course St. Joe's in New Jersey. Another goal for Highpoint. As the Panthers finding some good things late. That's Ryan Hines, freshman midfielder from Illinois.
Well, you know, Coach Stork talking with Coach Stork, it's one of those things. If you can get kids on campus to see, because you know the high hit this year has been the one that's been called so many times.
And Charlie McGurran will run it out as the Hoyas will come away with the 22-10 win over Highpoint. Again, big days. Brian Minikis had 6 goals. Jacob Kelly had 4. And Earl, your final thoughts on this one for the Hoyas, a big day.
You said it best, Jeremy. They, even though, you know, it was a big win, they played well. They did so many good things on both ends of the field.